been noticing recently, just with COVID and everyone's wearing face masks and stuff, some people kind of look kind of bad at it. You know, say it's raining, people have their hoods up and stuff when they're out and about going to shops, and some of them look like they're about to like riot or rob a bank or something. In reality, they're just buying cat food. It just got me thinking, you know, I'd love to do like a shoot in the city of some kind of, you know, masked figure, vigilante, anti-hero kind of thing. I'm very much into my goodies versus baddies, comic books, sci-fi, whatever. Like I love Marvel comics, and my favorite guy is Daredevil. I mean, call it what it is. He looks evil, but he's not. He's like one of the purest good guys that there is. There's also the obvious like Batman, Wolverine, guys. Like, I love it. I love dark, gritty looking good guys. My favorite books in the world are the John Shano trilogy by David Gemmell. He's a real sort of like anti-hero gunslingery guy. Kind of has to kill, but it's for a good cause and all. He's a total badass. Love it. Read those a couple of times. I used to be addicted to Attitude Era WWF when it was F. Wrestling, and my second favorite guy after the obvious Austin was Kane. This guy just looks pure evil, but for most of what I remember watching him, he was a good guy. I texted my buddy Ross to see if he could be my model, and as usual, and he's popping up in quite a lot of my videos these days. As usual, he just said, yep, no problem. By the way, actually, I'm not a fan of Halloween at all. Ross and I can speak for us here, we're not into the darkness. We actually met in church, so you can fill in the blanks there. I was really happy with that long exposure shot. So long story short, I did have a tripod, but I couldn't use it because there was a different plate on the camera and it didn't have the Allen key to get that plate off. So that was handheld leaning on my bag, and it's actually two photos merged into one because there wasn't enough traffic and we weren't there for long enough. Couldn't be bothered waiting for like two cars to pass at the exact same time, so it's actually two images all, you know, sort of cut together into one. I think it's about a half a second exposure. First time I've ever tried anything like that, and I'm actually, if I may say so myself, I'm actually really thrilled. I'm really happy with it, which I don't say too much on my channel. The only regret of the night was not hitting record when the camera was in my pocket, when the guy with the big stick was following us right beside me, screaming in my face, shouting all the swear words of the day. For some reason he just decided that he hated me. I mean, I could have easily hit record. I wish you could have just heard the audio of this tirade. People hate you for taking photos in the streets. I mean, Ross didn't even have the mask on. I wasn't even taking photos. I was walking with the camera and he just let rip on me. Then there's the other people who feel that they need to sort of get involved and they just can't leave you alone.
Do you want a picture with a rocket future?
What?
A rocket future.
It's like you go out with a camera, people just take great exception to you, and you may as well just have a bullseye painted on your chest. I always say if you have fun and learn, you're doing it right. So what did I learn? If you're being threatened, always hit record, document everything. It's all part of the magical journey. And yeah, definitely had fun with Ross. Ross, thank you very much for going out into the city with me and doing that. That was awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah, as always, like and subscribe would be greatly appreciated, and I'll see you next time. I don't know if I got that in the shot or not. he clearly didn't see us and walked up and full on went to pull his stuff out, pee up against the wall, saw us, and then just kind of did the whole do 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 do.